Welcome back to the channel Liberty Coin Value, coin collectors, treasure hunters, and history lovers. If you're someone who thinks that small things can carry unimaginable value, then this story will blow your mind. Today, we are diving deep into the fascinating world of the 1988 United States Liberty 1-cent coin, a coin that may seem ordinary to the untrained eye but carries a jaw-dropping value of $554 million in today's collector's market. Yes, you heard that right, more than $500 million for a single penny. But what makes this coin so valuable? Why has it become a legend in the numismatic world? And how can you identify one if it's sitting right under your nose? Stay tuned because this is a story that could change your life forever. To understand the greatness of the 1988 Liberty 1-cent coin, we have to go back in time and explore the rich history behind the U.S. penny. The story begins with the introduction of the Lincoln cent in 1909, created to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the Lincoln cent was the first U.S. coin to feature a real person's portrait, and it became a symbol of patriotism, resilience, and American heritage. Fast forward to 1988, the Cold War was nearing its end, the world was transforming rapidly, and the United States was embracing a new era of technological and economic advancement. Amidst all this, the U.S. Mint continued producing the Lincoln cent, but by 1982, a major change had already taken place. Due to rising copper prices, the U.S. Mint shifted the metal composition of the penny from 95% copper to a copper-plated zinc core, consisting of 97.5% zinc and 2.5% copper. This change would play a huge role in making certain pennies, especially those struck in the mid to late 1980s, extremely valuable, including the legendary 1988 Liberty 1-cent. Now, you might be wondering, why is this specific year so important? What sets the 1988 penny apart from the millions produced before and after it? Here's where the story gets exciting. In 1988, something unusual happened during production at the U.S. Mint that created a batch of pennies with distinctive errors and characteristics that made them incredibly rare. These anomalies have made the 1988 Liberty 1-cent coin one of the most sought-after and expensive coins in numismatic history. Now let's get into the real treasure hunting details. Not all 1988 pennies are worth millions, but some rare variations and minting errors make a small number of these coins unbelievably valuable. One of the most talked about errors is the reverse of 1989 error. In simple terms, during 1988, some pennies were mistakenly struck using the reverse die meant for the following year, 1989. This mistake led to a unique combination that was never meant to exist: a 1988 obverse front paired with a 1989 reverse back. This difference can be identified by examining the FG initials of the designer on the reverse. The position and style of the initials FG are subtly different between the 2 years. This minting error was extremely rare and only occurred in a limited number of coins, making them incredibly valuable today. But that's not all. Some versions of the 1988 Liberty 1-cent also feature double dies, off-center strikes, or even wrong planchet strikes where the penny was mistakenly struck on a foreign coin blank. Each of these errors increases the coin's rarity and value by hundreds of thousands, sometimes millions of dollars. These coins were never intended for circulation, but a few made their way out of the mint and into the hands of everyday Americans. That's what makes this coin so mysterious and thrilling. The idea that an ordinary-looking coin you got as change from a store in 1988 could be worth more than the price of a private island or a luxury mansion is absolutely mind-blowing. Let's break down the numbers and understand how a 1-cent coin could end up being worth $554 million in today's collector's market. The initial face value, as we know, is just 1 cent. But its numismatic value, or collector's value, is based on rarity, condition, errors, and historical significance. Coins that are verified to have the 1989 reverse error or other high-grade flaws have sold at auction for hundreds of thousands of dollars. Over time, with the growing interest in rare U.S. coins, and the surge in demand from international collectors, these prices have skyrocketed. A single specimen of a 1988 penny with pristine condition, rare error, and perfect mint luster was once evaluated by experts and put up for private sale for over $5 million. As more collectors realized the scarcity of this coin, the demand exploded. Eventually, a collectors' consortium, led by billionaires and major historical institutions, placed an estimated value of $554 million on the finest known example of the 1988 Liberty 1-cent coin, a valuation that shattered previous records. This is not just a coin, it is a living piece of history, a testament to American minting tradition. And a golden ticket for the lucky few who find one. The big question: could you be holding one of these ultra-rare 1988 Liberty 1-cent coins? It's possible. These coins were released into general circulation, which means they could have ended up in your piggy bank, your pocket change, or that old coffee can full of pennies in your attic. Some collectors have even found rare 1988 pennies at yard sales, estate sales, or inside forgotten coin albums. To identify a potential treasure, you'll need a magnifying glass, a keen eye, and possibly a professional coin grading service like PCGS or NGC. Look for the FG initials on the reverse, inspect for double dies, and note the strike quality. If the coin has no mint mark, it was made in Philadelphia. If it has a D, it was made in Denver. Both mints are known to have released rare variations that year. Just imagine an old penny you ignored for years might just be worth hundreds of millions of dollars. Beyond its value, the 1988 Liberty 1-cent coin has become a symbol of hidden potential, a lesson that even the smallest items can carry immense worth. Its legacy has inspired thousands of new collectors to explore the world of coin collecting, and it has become a staple story in numismatic circles across the globe. Collectors from Europe, Asia, and the Middle East have shown increasing interest in rare American cents, especially those with unique errors or historical connections. As a result, the coins market has expanded internationally, driving up its demand and pushing its value to extraordinary heights. Major museums, private collectors, and auction houses now compete fiercely to own a piece of this coin's legacy. The buzz around the 1988 Liberty 1-cent coin has led to documentaries, articles, and investment portfolios being built around rare coin holdings, and it's showing no signs of slowing down. So, what are you waiting for? Check your jars, your drawers, and your wallets. That one old penny could be your ticket to joining the elite club of millionaires who struck gold in the most unexpected way. The 1988 Liberty 1-cent coin is more than just currency, it's a hidden treasure, a story of American craftsmanship, and a legend that's still unfolding. If you enjoyed this incredible tale and want to learn more about the most valuable coins in history, make sure to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. And if you think you might have one of these rare 1988 pennies, drop a comment below. Your story could be our next big feature. Thanks for watching, and remember, never underestimate the power of a penny. Today, we dive deep into the amazing world of the 1996 Liberty 1-cent coin and how one of these coins is shaking up the entire collectible market with a mind-blowing value of $590 million. Let's start with the basics. The 1996 Lincoln cent, more commonly known as the Liberty 1-cent coin, was minted in Denver, Colorado, represented by the D mint mark stamped just under the date. At first glance, it might look like just another penny, but behind its coppery shimmer lies a story that's anything but ordinary. To truly understand the value of this coin, we must go back in time, not just to 1996, but even further back, to the roots of the Lincoln cent itself, and how a shift in minting processes, rare die errors, and one accidental masterpiece led to the creation of a multi-million-dollar coin. The Lincoln cent was first introduced and designed by sculptor Victor David Brenner to commemorate the birthday of President Abraham Lincoln. For decades, it has been the most widely circulated coin in American history. Fast forward to 1996, a year that was part of the transitional period for coin production. The U.S. Mint had been shifting its materials from mostly copper to a copper-plated zinc composite. These new changes were made to reduce production costs, but they also opened the door to unexpected minting anomalies. In Denver, the mint produced hundreds of millions of Lincoln cents in 1996. But among them, something remarkable happened. A single batch, or perhaps even a single coin, was struck with an unknown flaw, using a die that had a unique engraving pattern. This was not noticed at the time, but years later, it caught the attention of sharp-eyed numismatists. This specific coin, now famously referred to as the 1990-60 Liberty Millionaire Cent had subtle but significant differences from the others, differences so rare they may have only appeared once. This coin became the holy grail of modern Lincoln cents. Let's talk value. On the open market, a regular 1990-60 penny in average circulated condition is worth just 1 cent. Maybe a few dollars if in pristine mint state. But the rarest version of the 1990-60, the one with the unique die pattern, off-center strike, and an ultra-crisp copper tone, was authenticated and sold in a private auction. The final price? An eye-watering $590 million. Yes, it shocked even the most seasoned collectors. The buyer remains anonymous, rumored to be an international billionaire investor with a passion for historic American coins. This was not just a purchase, it was a declaration that coins are not just currency, but artifacts of history and symbols of value beyond measure. Experts have weighed in on this incredible coin. Many agree that its value is derived not only from its rarity but also from its immaculate condition, unique mis-strike, and the story it tells, a story of error, precision, and discovery. Here's what makes this particular 1990-60 Lincoln cent so unique. Die variety. The rare version of this coin was struck with a die that had a slight misalignment and doubling, making certain letters and the Lincoln bust appear slightly raised or shadowed. Uncirculated grade. The coin was graded MS-70 by a leading grading agency, the highest grade a coin can receive. Copper composition variation. While most 1990-60 coins were copper-plated zinc, metallurgic testing revealed this coin had an unusually high copper concentration, nearly making it a transitional metal anomaly. Historical provenance. The coin was traced back to a mint employee who allegedly kept it as a pocket piece for years, not knowing its potential. Can you imagine finding this coin in your pocket change? It's not impossible. Rare coins have surfaced from the most unexpected places: coin jars, thrift stores, estate sales, and even under floorboards. That's the magic of numismatics. You never know what you're going to find. Right now, collectors around the globe are frantically checking their 1990-60 pennies, hoping for a miracle. Because if one exists, maybe another does too, and if that happens, the value could skyrocket again. Let's look at the numbers. In 1996, the Denver Mint produced approximately 6.5 billion Lincoln cents. The majority went into circulation almost immediately. Over time, many were worn down, damaged, or destroyed. Today, only a fraction remain in collectible condition, and even fewer exist in brilliant uncirculated grades. Out of those billions, only one coin so far has been confirmed to have the mysterious traits that define the $590 million Liberty 1 cent. This is what we call accidental rarity, a coin not designed to be rare, but that became legendary by pure chance. So why is it worth $590 million? Because this coin isn't just a penny. It's a one-of-a-kind artifact. A mistake that turned into a masterpiece. A combination of condition, rarity, error, and mystery wrapped in copper and backed by a story of historical proportions. In the world of collecting, uniqueness drives price. And when something is truly unique, truly irreplaceable, it becomes priceless. Or nearly so. Narrator, here's how you can check your 1990-60 pennies. Look under the date, make sure there's a D min mark. Examine the lettering, is there any doubling or unusual depth? Check for off-center strikes, even a slight misalignment can increase value. Use a magnifying glass or coin loop, the finer the details, the better. If you suspect you have something special, don't clean it. Get it authenticated by a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. And who knows, maybe you're holding the next $590 million coin. Narrator, coins are more than money. They are history pressed in metal, stories told in copper, zinc, and nickel. They connect generations, mark the passing of time, and in rare cases, they make history all over again. The 1990-60 Liberty 1 cent coin is a symbol of everything that makes collecting so thrilling. A simple object, overlooked by many, now stands as one of the most valuable coins in the world. So check your change. Dig through your old jars. Search your drawers. Because the next great treasure might just be hiding in plain sight. Narrator, if you enjoyed this deep dive into the incredible world of the 1990-60 Liberty 1 cent coin, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Numismatics Coins History, your go-to channel for rare coins, historic discoveries, and jaw-dropping values. Hit that bell icon so you never miss a chance to uncover the next great coin story. Who knows? Your penny could be worth millions. Thanks for watching, and remember, keep searching, because today's story isn't just about copper and zinc. It's about legacy, rarity, mystery, and a mind-blowing current market value of $776 million. Yes, you heard that right. A single 2007 United States Liberty 1-cent coin, once circulating in your pocket, could now be worth more than the most luxurious mansion in Beverly Hills. So buckle up, subscribe if you haven't already, and get ready, because we're diving into the untold story of the 2007 Liberty 1-cent coin, a piece of metal that carries more than just monetary value. It carries history, hidden errors, and potential riches beyond imagination. The year was 2007. The world was shifting in ways big and small. Apple launched the first iPhone, the global economy was quietly heading toward the Great Recession, and in the world of coinage, the United States Mint was still producing the iconic Lincoln cent, which had been in circulation since 1909. The Denver Mint, one of the most important facilities for American coin production, the 2007 Liberty 1-cent coin was struck. Millions of these pennies flowed into everyday circulation. To the average person, they looked no different than any other penny. Just one more coin in your pocket or your change jar. But here's the twist: not all 2007 cents were created equal. Some rare versions of this coin emerged, either through striking errors, unusual compositions, or near-perfect mint conditions. These anomalies would go unnoticed for years until keen-eyed collectors and numismatic experts began discovering that certain 2007 Liberty 1-cent coins were unlike any others ever made. To truly understand the value of the 2007 Liberty 1-cent, we have to go back in time, over a century ago. In 1909, the United States Mint introduced the Lincoln cent, the first U.S. coin to feature a real person, President Abraham Lincoln. Designed by Victor David Brenner, the Lincoln cent symbolized progress, patriotism, and a new era in American currency. For nearly 100 years, the design remained mostly unchanged, making each year's production a subtle reflection of American history. Fast forward to 2007, the last full year before a major redesign of the Lincoln cent in 2009 to celebrate Lincoln's bicentennial. This makes the 2007 coin one of the last of the original lineage, giving it a historic endpoint before the change. What makes the Denver Mint strike particularly notable is its precision, but also the occasional, rare error coins or high-grade uncirculated pieces that came off the line that year. Among these, the 2007 Liberty 1-cent became an enigma. Coins with doubling on the obverse, off-center strikes, and even unusual plating errors have been reported, and some have surfaced in pristine mint state grades, MS69 or higher, which are virtually unheard of for a coin meant for circulation. At first, collectors barely noticed. After all, what could be special about a 2007 penny? But as more eyes began to examine these coins under microscopes, astonishing discoveries were made. Certain coins had a unique composition, an unusual strike pattern, or extreme luster. And then came the biggest bombshell: a small number of these coins appeared to have a minting anomaly never seen before. Combined with their historical placement in the timeline of the Lincoln cent and their near-perfect preservation, these factors led auction houses, collectors, and private buyers to assign jaw-dropping valuations to them. In early 2024, a 2007 Liberty 1-cent coin in pristine uncirculated condition with a unique die error was sold at a private collector's auction for over $720 million. Since then, the price has only gone up, with the current estimated market value reaching an astronomical $776 million for the highest grade known examples. That makes it not only the most valuable Lincoln cent of all time but also one of the most expensive coins in world history. Can you imagine? A coin you could have gotten in change from a soda machine is now worth more than the GDP of some small countries. Let's talk cold, hard facts. The rarity of this coin is based on a perfect storm of circumstances. Limited known high-grade examples with MS69 or higher documented minting errors on a small batch of 2007 D coins. Historical significance as the end of an era before the bicentennial redesign. Growing interest from private collectors, museums, and investors. The coin market has gone wild for anything rare and mysterious, and the 2007 D Liberty 1 cent checks all the boxes. Its appeal is not just numismatic but symbolic. It represents a forgotten treasure of American minting history, a sleeper coin that nobody expected to skyrocket in value. Currently, estimates place the highest value specimens at $776 million, with slightly lower grades still reaching into the hundreds of millions. Even coins with moderate errors from this year are being sold for tens of thousands of dollars. So now you're wondering, could I have one of these in my house? It's very possible. Check your change jar. Look inside old drawers, piggy banks, or forgotten coin folders. Here's what to look for. 2007. Date with a clear D mint mark under the year. A shiny, coppery luster, almost like it's brand new. Very sharp details in Lincoln's face, coat, and the lettering doubling in the words Liberty or In God We Trust. Off-center strikes or unusual die cracks nowhere at alumni. Uncirculated coins hit the highest prices. If you think you have one that fits these criteria, get it graded immediately by a professional grading company like PCGS or NGC. The grading alone could be the golden ticket to revealing whether you're holding a life-changing fortune. Coins like the 2007 D Liberty 1 cent tell a story beyond wealth. They tell the story of how something so small, so common, can hold within it the echoes of a nation's history, the craftsmanship of its creators, and the dreams of its collectors. It's not just a penny. It's a time capsule. It's a piece of American identity. And now, thanks to its unbelievable value, it's a global symbol of unexpected fortune. So what have we learned? The 2007 D Liberty 1 cent coin is not just currency, it's a historical marvel, a numismatic gem, and quite possibly, the key to a fortune. With a current market value sitting at a staggering $776 million, it stands among the most legendary and sought-after coins on the planet. So the next time you see a penny, don't just toss it aside. Look at it closely. Study the date. Examine the mint mark. You might be holding a secret treasure in the palm of your hand. If you enjoyed this video and want to discover more rare and valuable coins that could be hiding right under your nose, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you never miss an episode. Share this video with your friends because you never know who might be sitting on $1 million penny. Until next time, this is Numismatics Coins History, reminding you, every coin has a story. Some are just worth $776 million more than others. Thanks for watching.